Today I'm going to show you my best game from my last week's tournament, which I played in Agra.
Sir, you remember online class I did Blackburn Shilling Gambit and
Yeah, right now let's focus on what we're doing. So this was against a 1618. What is the minimum rating, FIDE rating these days?
1400.
Yeah, and what's your rating?
1411.
Ah, okay. So
Mine-
next
mine
tournament
was
will be
at
important.
Mine was 1350, so it's still 0.
Huh, yeah. you
In the
have to-
tournament, I got 13. Why?
Okay.
So this one I'm planning to play August 29, 13, 31st. That is one
Where?
Rapid.
classical.
Where? In Bangalore.
Yeah, someone Bangalore say it as far.
I want to
Okay.
play Rapid.
So
because
this
Rapid
was
is-
against a one. Please sit properly, Srikanth, on the carpet.
Not rapid.
Okay. So my opponent is white. He's 1618. Any guesses what my rating is?
1694.
No.
1619.
Nah.
So was it classical rapid?
No,
What
see,
rapid? Who's talking about rapid rating? When you talk about rating, it means classical rating, not rapid.
1800.
No. This is a below 1800 tournament. This is a
1670.
okay. This is a below 1800 tournament. So only those who below 1800 can participate.
1760.
My rating was 1749 at this time. So e4, e5, I played e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, knight to c3, and knight to f6. The 4 knights game.
Wait, are you white or black?
I'm black. That's why you need to listen properly, Srikant. I already told 2 times. Bishop to c4, and we have the Joko piano. With Ansh's favorite setup, the knight sitting on c3. So now, opponent plays d3, I play d6. He plays h3, I play h6.
Copycat, sir.
Okay, he plays castles,
I know castle.
I play
Castles.
no g5.
And what?
Fun time is over. Let's fight. So now it's a
Your
shock.
king will become weak.
Imagine
No,
opponent.
you can castle queenside.
Yeah, you cannot have everything, and you cannot have a safe king and attack and win. You have to take some risks sometimes. If you cannot sit simply and wait for opponent to make a blunder, you have to make things happen. So g5, of course, king becomes weak. How does it matter now? You have to take some risk to win games. So there are ways to play. It's not just playing slowly, quietly. There are ways to make things happen also. So imagine expecting a quiet game with d6, h6 and all, and then suddenly it's a very different game altogether now with g5. This is what I try against you guys also. When I play with you, you play Joko piano, I play this. And almost all the time, I get to play g4 and then boom, king gets checkmated. You don't remember?
Castle queenside.
No, I don't even need to go. If I checkmate you first, who needs castling? So when I played with you guys, most of the time I do this, and then I usually don't have to cast. Yeah, of course, everyone I have done the same thing. Anyway, so g5, and here opponent got shocked a little bit, I believe. So he played bishop e3, which is usually good because this bishop. Huh?
He would electrical.
He had to play. Most opponents, when I do this, they play the right move. They play knight h2, stopping the g pawn from coming forward. That's a different line of theory, which we will not get there. Bishop e3 is a mistake because
Bishop takes bishop.
you need to think, Ansh, before you speak.
Pawn g4.
Exactly. When you're playing all this to play bishop take bishop and open up his rook, then of course you will lose. You cannot take risk if you're not ready to think properly in the critical moments. If you're simply going to think normally and take risk, then you're going to get crushed. Bishop take bishop is a huge blunder. I mean, how can you have a safe king after that? So the whole point was to play g4, so why would we not play g4? So we have,
After g4 takes, then,
bishop takes.
and then he won't be able to attack with the pawn.
g4, he played takes, bishop takes, and the position is very good for black. It's borderline lost for white.
Borderline lost.
For white.
Almost losing.
It's almost lost.
Oh.
Bishop to, bishop into g4, and here he played rook e1. So now how to continue? How should black continue?
Sir, h5.
h5. It's a little bit slow. You have to look for faster ways.
Knight h5?
Knight h5. But where is the knight going? What's the plan?
f4.
No, I'm trying to like
Knight
get the queen.
f4 takes. There is a very important move for black here. You have to include that piece. If you don't include that piece,
Queen
that's not.
D7.
Queen D7, but then what?
Okay, this.
I played knight h5 so I can bring the queen to f6 and
Queen F6. That is possible.
Sir, knight D4.
Knight D4. That's also Ansh's favorite move. He plays knight C3 and then knight D5 almost always. And exchange of that knight. Why would I knight D4? What does it do? Oh, you're putting pressure. Bishop takes, bishop takes. I mean, you're wasting a move kind of there. Yes, my bishop will be exchanged off, but you'll have a bishop sitting on D4 and attack is not it there. You are not seeing a very important move for black.
Rook to G8.
Exactly. You have played G5, G4. If you want to attack, you have to include. There goes the rook. You have to include the rook. So rook to G8, and here he played king to F1.
oh, he got it.
Yeah. So there are threats of bishop. There was threats of bishop H3. So he moved out of the pin. Here I went wrong a little bit. I played bishop H5. I don't know why I played it. I wanted to play knight G4, knight H2, but that's not leading well. I also want to open the rook up, but it's sort of like a quiet.
H5, right? H5.
Pawn H5. H5, H4, H3.
When bishop was at G4, right now you could make the idea of H5, H4.
H5, H4.
Advancing the pawn.
Yeah, that seems useful.
Because all the pieces on the other side are almost like kind of.
Yeah.
And I don't see any attacks. And knight can also almost queen is pinned.
That's true. H5, H4 seems useful. It's a little slow. I didn't want to go for that. After bishop H5, let's see. The position is still good. He played bishop into C5. Pawn takes back. Who cares about double pawn? The position is all about full attack, and one double pawn doesn't matter. No?
It will matter in the endgame, but it's not the endgame.
This is not even going to the endgame. Either black wins here on the king side or black gets a bad position. So you have to ignore this. This is not even a problem. So bishop takes, D takes, and here he played. 1 second.
Black gets a bad position, it does
Knight E2.
Oh,
Bringing more pieces to that side, which
so
makes.
one more thing is stop the threat of knight to D4. If you just play a simple move like pawn A3, yeah, the knight to D4.
Yeah, knight D4 was a big threat. Yeah, knight D4 was a big
That's why
problem.
you must have stopped
Yeah.
there. Another
But-
idea was to go knight to G3.
So how should black continue now? Yeah, he wants to play knight G3. He's stopping this. All good. How should black continue?
Black.
So bishop takes knight,
Exactly.
opening the file of G.
Yeah, G takes, and then.
And then
Ooh, the G5 is busted.
you play knight to H5, opening the queen.
Knight to H5 is good, but there's something faster. Knight to H5, you will need queen where H4. You have a better way for F entry.
Just do queen to G5, right?
Queen G5. But there will
But
be knight
knight
G3.
is blocking, right? How come
So knight H5 and then queen G5 is fine, but there's a better way of entry. You can enter in a better way, to a better place.
So queen D7.
Yeah. If you can enter to H3, then great. No? Queen D7. So queen H3
But what
is,
about
queen H3 is a big threat. It's a checkmate threat.
what about knight G?
One, yeah. Knight G1 is what he played, but position is passive for him. No? Pieces are like stuck. So this has to be good. Black hasn't even sacrificed anything to get this. So this is free attack. And now castling is also possible without any problem. So here, after he played knight G1, how do we continue, guys? Here I took like more than 10 minutes of thought to find the best move.
So we should
There are
be
so many
going
options.
to
So then,
No, you can take a couple of minutes.
so that's not fair.
You are not playing a Tudor. When you play Tudor, you need to take time. Here we are just,
Sir,
yeah.
did we take rook takes now?
Rook takes knight, king takes,
So you can go to H3.
queen H3 check. I mean not check, queen H3, and then is it?
Yeah, there's no pieces. There's no pieces to attack. Only the queen is there.
No,
Queen
but
F
that's the
knight.
first move to consider. But you considered it good. That of course you have to consider that first. The first thing to consider is forcing moves. When
But
you're
sir-
attacking like this, rook takes and king takes, and you should not reject it like this. You have to try to make it work. If you want something, you have to make it work
Sir,
or try to
queen
make it work.
H3, Then
Then what's the follow up? How do we continue after that?
so if you can somehow get the knight to G4.
Yeah, but pawn is
Sir,
stopping.
and do long castling, so we have a threat of rook to g1.
Huh, that's also nice. Long castling looks good.
Then rook to g1, king takes,
And then we can do knight
do
d4.
g8, then king moves back and queen come to f3 and do some damage. Attack or something.
So why can't I just play? We can take
Take, king takes.
takes, then castles.
Castles.
But
Yeah,
why can't I play castles and then rook takes?
Huh, but castles and then rook takes. There's a move in between for him.
Yeah, because rook takes and then castles, then it's his move. So anyway, there's a move for him.
No. See, the difference is you already played rook takes knight. So if you castle first, you won't get to play this if he stops you. Here you're sacrificing and making the king come here. You can even bring the queen and then
But if
castle.
I castle now, what will he play? How will he stop me?
Let's see. If you castle right now, how will he stop? For starters, he can play king e2. Knight d4 check is just one check, king moves, and king is actually safe. So that is one of the problems. He wants to get his king this way. Then
No,
there's
wait.
so the time to strike is now. I wanted to play rook takes knight very badly, but I couldn't see the win. Like rook takes knight, king takes queen h3, and then I want my rook here or my knight here, but it takes two moves. But by the time he will bring his queen, like rook takes knight, king takes queen h3. If I play king e7 or castles allows bishop takes pawn. So king e7, he can play, I believe, what can he do? He can play f4. No, f4 pawn will take and rook can't come. F4 pawn takes. Wait, what was I afraid of? Rook takes and king takes queen h3. King e7. Yeah, queen e2. No, but queen e2 the rook comes with check. Okay. So what exactly was the problem?
So time pressure was a problem.
No. Rook takes knight, king. Let's consider that.
Yes,
knight
so let's
first.
just play the
Rook takes knight, king takes. King h3. So black badly wants this rook here. Yeah, if rook comes in, it's checkmate.
But it'll take 2 moves for that.
Yeah. So how will white defend? Yeah. Now I kind of see it. No.
No, like black. It's white's move or black's move?
It's white's turn. If it's black. No, it's sorry. Queen h3 was just played. So 2 moves black and white can play. So yeah, now I understand. So queen e2. No, queen e2, king e7. Queen f1, rook g8.
Yeah, that's
So not in time. What about?
So I think
F4.
No, yeah. Rook e3. Rook e3.
Castles.
f4.
Rook to G.
Rook g3.
Rook takes.
Pawn takes.
Queen takes.
King f1.
And you bring in the knight.
Knight g4. I
Yeah.
bring my queen.
yeah, it is.
Remember, we have sacrificed some things. It's not like a normal game where it's equal and you're attacking. It's not a free attack. If the attack doesn't work, actually that wins. The king cannot survive that. The knight, the rook, everything comes in. So that wins. I didn't want to take that much risk. I wanted to find a little bit safer moves. But that was the best option there.
Yeah, sir, because
Rook
even
takes
if you
knight
do
is-
one blunder, even when you are.
Ha, yeah. When you're given up material, you have to be really accurate.
Sure.
Yeah. So I played knight d4, which is actually a good move, second best move. But this is even more risky because c3, of course, right? So the half of the time I was calculating what happens after c3. Now it stops the king from going here. So I have all the time to bring the queen and
But
sacrifice.
c3 is just play.
So what to do after c3? What was the plan? Any guesses?
Sacrifice the king.
He played c3. So now if you go back, you look like a fool. If I just bring my knight back after c3.
So rook takes knight and then you bring queen h3.
But then
Who would you take the knight?
yeah, knight is
Yeah,
also
their
hanging.
support will be gone now.
So did I make one unnecessary problem by bringing
Sir,
this
let's
knight?
think. Let's think.
So you technically lost a move if you go back.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. 2 moves
Sir,
actually.
No, I think so. You did not. You can do knight to c2.
Knight to c2.
No,
Why?
you lost only one move.
Queen- No, he got a useful move and I made a bad move. So basically,
How's that
he
a
got.
useful move?
It's controlling the center. How is it? C3 is not useful. Ask Ansh. He never plays it. Why? Because it's useful. He doesn't like to play useful moves. So C3 is of course useful in a Joko piano. So,
Yeah, sir, but currently he has to
Opens up the queen,
So we
controls
can
the
play
center.
knight to c2, moving the
Queen takes.
Then we can sack the rook.
You want to give up the full house. Knight and then rook.
So we can from that we can keep the queen away little from the king, then do some attack.
No, but you have to calculate. Do you have the time for it? Or you have to see, you're giving up a full rook. You're giving a knight and an exchange, so you're giving up a full rook. So you cannot simply do it on a whim. You have to see if it works. So does it work? Knight c2, queen takes, and then rook takes, king takes, queen h3. Does it work?
I think it should work.
Okay, so queen h3. I bring my...
So knight to c2 and queen takes, and rook to g1, king takes,
Queen
to
h3, yeah?
h3.
Let's play... Wait a minute. Queen is on c2, right?
Yes, sir.
Your threat is king e7, rook g8.
Yeah.
Or castles.
A castle.
Okay. So then, how will I bring my queen back there? Queen e2, castles. It's a problem. What if I do the same thing as before? Rook e3, castles f4. My queen is still there on c2. Anyway, so after c3, the plan was something else. Knight h5. There's a reason why this was my best game. Knight h5. What is the point of this move?
You can go to knight to f4.
Yeah, but you can take your knight. So is that okay?
No, so point was ki you want to sacrifice a knight and
If you have something irrelevant to say, then start speaking. And you are simply blabbering without knowing what to say. Sacrifice your
Understood,
knight.
understood. Because sir,
Huh.
if the pawn takes a knight, you will sack the rook to the knight, and king will take, and you will play queen to h3.
Then king e2. The king runs.
Then knight to f4.
King d2. You are the one down a piece. Down a rook.
So, what about knight f4 now?
Knight f4 now. After pawn takes knight. It is white's turn. Black has just played knight
But
h4.
after pawn takes
Okay,
knight
pawn
f4.
takes knight, knight f4. And you think black is better?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Pawn takes knight, not rook takes knight. If you play rook takes knight, king takes, then queen h3, but that's still not enough time. He can play f4 and get out, rook e3. So the point is, he played pawn takes knight here, I believe. 1 second. He played after knight h5, he played. Wait. Yeah, he didn't play pawn takes knight. If he plays pawn takes knight, knight f4 and it's lost. It's over.
GG.
Because the king can't escape and rook takes knight is unstoppable. Rook takes knight, rook takes knight, king takes, queen h3 and make unstoppable mate. So he can't do this, he can't take it. But he can play f4, he plays f4.
Oof.
So now at least a queen can get in. So he gives back a pawn, knight takes pawn, and now he brings a rook.
Sir, position is looking so good, sir.
Really?
So you have two knights.
Okay.
Rook.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
pawn up.
outpost. Double outpost.
Yeah, this is
Come
really
on,
good.
outpost.
But this is not really an outpost because it's attacked, so I'll have to move it. And attack is there. So it's a pawn up. He gave up a pawn to stop the attack. Now he has got defenses. So how should I react? What's the next step?
I was going to say queen g4, but then there's
The last thing you want is to exchange queens here.
yeah. No, I didn't see the queen, so I was going to take say queen g4 and then takes.
Okay. Do you play rook takes knight here? Is that possible? No, because rook is there.
Yeah.
There's no rook takes knight now. Now, so here we have to change our mindset. We should not just think attack, attack, attack. We have to be practical also. Like here he has defended. He gave up a pawn to defend. He has defended.
We can
Yeah.
play rook to g7 with the 7th rank.
I take your knight.
Then we can play a king to e7.
I play rook g3. Or I play queen f3. Anything normal. I mean, you're giving up your knight for what? To double your rooks? That is completely not required. That's losing. You have to understand the position has changed. It's not like free attack. He has got pieces around now. So giving up a knight for attack, there's no attack. So the correct move. Who can find out the correct move here? The only good move here for black.
Only goes and reforms.
So
Yeah.
the knight goes back.
Yeah, you have to save the knight. Simple. You don't say I will sacrifice. I will attack no matter what. You have to save the knight. Knight e6, and here he played
That was the best.
knight e2, exchanging of that
Now he
knight.
wants to get the other knight.
Yeah, here I castled. So now position is safe, pawn up, and attack is still there. And after he took the knight here, bishop takes.
So then it can
Do we take with queen or pawn?
So it
Or knight.
Queen. Knight also possible. Knight is also, but knight's already good. So
Queen.
I'm asking him to take. I want him to take on f4. So after queen takes, he took on f4.
And you will take it with the pawn, of course.
Yeah. And here he made a blunder. Like he withstood the first two. But now, because of like taking all the time and effort to deal with that attack, now when a small attack came, he made a blunder. What would he do here for white?
For white, this.
So what would we do for that?
Yeah. It's just now pawn up for black. And that too not a great pawn. Yeah. Even this pawn is doubled. So
So-
it is okay.
I would play
It's not really that
rook
good.
to f3.
Rook to f3. Okay.
Problem is then there's queen g4.
How is it a problem?
You can attack the king.
How?
Because now the king can't go to e2.
But why can't I go to e2? I'm blocking e2. Why
Because
not?
queen is on g4.
No, I
can
can
play
play rook f3, no?
I told rook to
You
f3.
can't attack that pin rook, I suppose.
Yes, you cannot.
There's only 3 pieces now, so attacking is difficult. The two
Then-
rook. That was just 2 rooks.
So then did the opponent play rook to f3?
No, that's what I'm asking. Should we play rook f3 or rook e2 or rook e1?
Rook f3, of course. No.
Yeah, rook f3 is the correct choice.
Because if you go back, then queen to h3 will come attacking mode.
That's what happened. He thought he can run with the king. Why is that bad?
So,
Yeah. Rook e1 is a big blunder. Now there is...
So because then we start the attack with queen h3, then king.
Yeah, queen h3. That's what
So I cannot
happened.
believe
King
such a
e2.
high feel they play blunder, such an easy blunder.
What easy blunder? I mean, this is an easy position. Sitting inside a room
So
watching a
this
game, of
move
course
was
it's
easy,
easy.
I'm saying.
Uh-huh. Okay, so why is it a blunder? Where is the blunder?
The blunder is a.
He's moving his king this side, so how is
So
it?
pawn to f3.
Okay, king d2.
Then rook to g2.
Rook to g2, queen e2. Oh, sorry, queen, rook f1. Oh, rook f1, yeah.
Rook f1, then double your rook's party.
What party? You're playing rook g8. Okay, I bring my queen in. Then I bring my rook and I move my king. So, what federated player blunder? He got his king across. How is that a blunder? It becomes a blunder only if the other person plays properly. Just saying it's a blunder doesn't make it a blunder. So, rook f3, rook e1, both are decent choices. With rook e1, he's bringing his king this way. How is that bad for him?
so whose turn is it?
It's black's turn. We have to find a good way to deal with this. King e2, king d2, king c2. Because if the king runs here, he's completely fine. He's okay.
So,
Yeah.
rook to g2.
Rook to g2. Excellent move. Stopping the king from going to d2. Now, he plays rook f1. He defends that.
Now we play queen to e3 checkmate.
Excellent. I was wondering if you will see it. Opponent didn't see it. Well done. I didn't want to say anything to help you as well, but you figured it out. Nice. Queen e3 and that's game over.
Because I saw queen e3, but then I realized the pawn is there. What if I pin the pawn and then just take it?
Yeah. So exactly the thought process I had.
That